Normally, not a superstitious person, but when in Rome. And now we have good luck. Well, it is the first day in Moab. Taking it easy today, making sure the Jeep's not gonna fall apart. So if you look behind me, so we came out to Gemini Bridges. We're gonna go check out Tower Arch, and we're shaking the Jeep down. It took like 24 hours of driving to get here, and I am beat. There's some kind of a fire going on out here. It's like red flag warnings. It's super windy and dry out here. I'm in Nebraska. This has been one hell of a day. The wind sucks. The truck's not running good. We're gonna get into the hard stuff later this week. So about 3 miles into the Bull Canyon Trail, you'll run across a little parking area with a hiking trail, and no motor vehicles are allowed back there. And it's about a half-mile hike back to the lower viewing point for Gemini Bridges. Honestly, it's a beautiful hike. It's well worth the extra time it takes to run down there and see it. In fact, it's kind of the only thing of note on this trail to go see in the first place. So if you want to see Gemini Bridges from above, you can take the Gemini Bridges Trail, which is where we actually started, and you can see it from the upper viewpoint. So at least the first 2 days, we're going to be taking it easy, doing Gemini Bridge, you know, just easy trails. The biggest reason is I did all this stuff to my Jeep over the winter, and I want to make sure that, you know, it's going to hold up. I'm just kind of going to beat on it a little bit and then check all the bolts, make sure everything stays tight. I'm hoping to get the permit to go down and do Elephant Hill, and then Thursday and Friday, my girlfriend, she doesn't like the hard stuff, so she's going to stay back and work, and we're going to go do something else on those days. The Bull Canyon Trail is about 5 miles long. I would imagine any stock 4x4 and maybe even some two-wheel drive vehicles could get down it no problem, as I did the whole trail in two-wheel drive, except for a few of the optional climbs. I threw it down into 4-low. And eventually it kind of gets so narrow you can't really run it with a Jeep anymore. I suppose you could go farther in a UTV. There's also another leg of the trail that's about a half a mile long. You can take that if you want to go check out an overlook of Day Canyon. So we headed back out the same way we came in, and of course I had to tap the Goonie again on the way out. And then on the little cliff ride down to the main road, of course Amber didn't like being on the passenger side for this one. We decided to head up about a mile up the road to Willow Springs Road, and this is the back way into Arches National Park. The first mile or so is just dispersed camping, and then it's mostly a gravel road until you get down to the dinosaur track site. got shit on this size 12 dyno.
Makes me really happy to see this isn't all trashed at least. Put your foot in there. You're as big as a damn dinosaur, baby.
This is weird. Chain down all looking like a brick road.
A short distance after the dinosaur tracks, you'll come across a gate. There's a small little drop-off ledge here to keep the van lifers out. And then here's your back way into Arches National Park if you want to check it out without paying the gate fee. Not saying you should, just saying you could. So about 3 miles past the gate, you'll see a 4x4 trail on the left. This is actually the ending point of the Tower Arch Trail. And we decided to venture our way up and check it out. I didn't get a lot of footage up here, but it was a pretty fun little trail.
Look, there's an arch right there. And there's that weird thing. That is Balance Rock.
Arches is definitely a great place to check out. I've heard that you have to get a reservation and a time slot to go in the front gate now, which is all the more reason to go in the back way. These are all clips my girlfriend recorded on the way out the main road as we were heading back to town for the night. Little did I know, this easy little trail chunked out one of my tires and I was losing air on the way home. Can we all agree that people that are doing this to our trails are just kind of like assholes? Don't be a trail asshole. It ain't that hard to pack your beer cans and your brake cleaner and your bottle full of dead June bugs out.
Well, this one's a little bit older date code than the rest. You can see all these places it started chunking, and it chunked a big one here and went flat on me. So I'm putting the BFG TA Humvee wheel on there instead. And it looks dumb with that and then that on there. The thing I don't like about this is 16.5 is the bead. There's really no bead to hold this on, so I really can't air this down.
Dealing with that tire got us off to a late start. A buddy suggested we go check out Long Canyon Road and run it from top to bottom. So we hit the road around the long way so we could come down the canyon, and man, it was a sight to see. We had to make it quick today because we also had to get back early and get our camp moved over to the KOA. The first couple miles of Long Canyon are pretty boring, but it's not long before you get your first view of the canyon and you drop down into what they call Pucker Pass. I don't know why they call it that because it was really mellow. It's not one of those trails you're going to get your wheeling fix, but you are going to get your scenery fix out here.
How's that Mojave doing the bumps? I hear it's a lot better.
She does pretty good.
Yeah?
I mean, I don't have a sway bar disconnect, so it's a little bumpy, but...
I just don't have a sway bar.
Yeah, true that. How's the rest of this road?
It's just uphill and then gravel. There's a cool little squeeze up there and then a switch back, and then it's pretty mellow after that. On your left, there's like a gorgeous view down into that canyon. You can get out and you can walk all along the edge and stuff, so it's pretty cool. And there's places to park.
Yeah. Thanks, man.
Yep, have a good one. Yep.
So as we made our way down Long Canyon, it was just a beautiful sight to see. One thing I couldn't help but notice being a meathead is there's a wash all along the side of the trail, and I was thinking, man, that looks like it'd be some pretty hardcore wheeling. Then I saw the signs that said stay out of wash, but I also saw signs of people that had been in there wheeling. And so if you're out on the trail, follow those signs, man. Don't wreck the spots you're not supposed to be in. Don't go off the trail. Don't tear stuff up and then get the whole thing closed for the rest of us. So at the end of the trail, you come out to a parking lot. Don't forget to look up to your left and check out the Jug Handle Arch. And then you got about a 15-mile drive back along the Colorado River. It's just an awesome freaking drive. Unfortunately, I forgot to record it. But when we got back to camp, our tent was pancaked. The wind had been going crazy the entire week that we were there. We got ourselves moved over to the KOA. And tomorrow is gonna be Hell's Revenge, but you'll have to wait for the next video for that one.